Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and we have a festival coming up. This week is the Water Lantern Festival. This last week of August, and it's always on the week preceding and on the day of the full moon in August. So the week preceding and on the full day of the full moon in August is the Water Lantern Festival. And why do we celebrate the Water Lantern Festival? Well, the Water Lantern Festival is modeled on ancient festivals coming from Buddhism in the East. And one of those festivals is the Water Festival of Thailand, where people splash each other with water and they float river lanterns, water lanterns on the river that are very elaborately decorated with flowers and candles and all sorts of things to make them beautiful. And they float those on the river and they splash each other with water, because splashing each other with water is good luck. And there's the Ghost Festival of China, where they float water lanterns on the river. And there's the Bone Festival of Japan. So we have 3 festivals, and all 3 of them are meant to honor the ancestors. So that's what the Water Lantern Festival is about. It's about honoring our ancestors, and not so much honoring the ancestors as praying for them and praying for their safety in the other world, and praying for good wishes for our dead relatives and our dead friends and anyone else that happened to die. We pray for their souls on the Water Lantern Festival and send our good wishes their way. And so what we do with the Water Lantern Festival is we create dramatic, beautiful, elaborate water lanterns. And it needs a floating base, something made of cork that'll float in water. And on this base, we build flowers and lights and well wishes cards, all sorts of things. Whatever you want to add to your lantern, you can, because you have all week to make the lantern. The festival lasts a week, so you have all week to make your lantern something special. And the Water Lantern Festival lasts through the day of the full moon, because we want there to be a full moon out when we float our lanterns. The full moon presides over the Water Lantern Festival with its brightness and its glow in the sky. Like a lantern in the sky, it lights up the scene so that there's plenty of light for the Water Lantern Festival, so we can see our lanterns floating on the water. And the Water Lantern Festival is very special because we send well wishes to our dead relatives and dead friends and wish them well and pray for them. And we do this each year. We remember them. That's very important, to remember those who have passed on, to remember those who have died and passed on, and not forget them, because it's too easy for us to forget about the people in our lives that have died and move on with our lives and forget about them. So the Water Lantern Festival, we can make cards wishing our dead relatives well and add those to our water lanterns and put flowers and things. And you have to clean up your lanterns afterwards. Very important. Whether you float them in a pool or on the water, you have to gather your lanterns after you're done with them and clean them up so that they don't pollute the environment. So if you have your own pool, you can float them a little longer. You can leave them there overnight and pick them up the next day. But if you're floating the lanterns on a real river or lake, you have to pick them up the same night so that they don't float away and pollute the environment. You have to pick them up. So that's the Water Lantern Festival. And I hope you make beautiful water lanterns this week and float them on Saturday. That's the day of the full moon. And have a great week. Enjoy the Water Lantern Festival. And I'll see you next time.